The former Northwest Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions, Sello Maema, says when members of the KwaMaphumulo Taxi Association caught wind of the fact that the Cato Manor Unit was looking for them, they would sleep naked to show that they pose no threat to police if indeed they came knocking. This was over and above seeking assistance from the then MEC for Community Safety Bheki Cele to look into the Cato Manor killings. Maema has been testifying at the Nkabinde Inquiry, looking into the suspended Johannesburg Prosecutions boss Andrew Chauke's fitness to hold office. Newzroom Afrika's Nqobile Madlala joins us live with the latest as the inquiry is about to kick off as well, Nqobile. This has been interesting evidence just to give context to the Cato Manor Unit and indeed this particular taxi association.
Yes, indeed. And moreover, Michelle, in terms of what was happening at that time. So we've traveled to 2008. We are now in 2009. We have been told that there are crime scenes that have taken place in KwaMashu, in Pantown. But what's standing out of these crime scenes, Michelle, is that these men that have been killed in these crime scenes are all naked. There are about 4 crime scenes where they are completely naked. The reason why this is happening, we're told by advocate Sello Maema, is that because of the fact that the KwaMaphumulo Taxi Association wanted to show that they pose no threat to the police. Now, they had already been seeking help. They had been seeking help from the MEC, Bheki Cele. They had been seeking help from the lawyers' legal way, where they had gone to the court, but the interdict had not worked already, and they had been seeking help. They had been writing letters to the South African Human Rights Commission. They had been writing letter everywhere to say that the Cato Manor killings that are taking place in KwaZulu-Natal are not constitutional. They have not been fighting them. And on the side, we are told that even when the prosecutors were going through the evidence, they had seen ballistics report, especially from Mangena, who had explained that even the guns that they found in these crime scenes seemed to show that the scene was docked in a way that they had put these guns afterwards, that they had changed the scenes as well, and that a lot of what was taking place on the ground did not make sense. But all of this is happening in 2009. And of course, we know that by that time, Advocate Shambhala Batoy was the NPA head. And we know that the director at the time was Major General Boysen in the police side. So the Advocate Maema is outlining the issues that they were faced with. They're looking for this docket of Nqobile, who had been killed, supposedly, we are told, by the KwaMaphumulo Taxi Association. However, they're now speaking to an investigator who's also saying that he did not ask the Cato Manor Unit to look for those that had killed Nqobile. He's doing a complete investigation on the side, and he is also just as confused as to what is taking place. Now, before the inquiry, we are seeing this painted scene of how these KwaMaphumulo Taxi Association members were killed, how even the witnesses are their children, their wives, who have gone through this pain of acknowledging and seeing their loved ones being killed. Far beyond that, they cannot link also these people to the crime of killing Superintendent Nqobile, which on itself is a big question mark. Now, all of this that is being brought before the inquiry is really just looking at the predicate charges that were used to look at the racketeering charge that was brought before court. Now, we are told that, of course, even though they were withdrawn, they're saying in this inquiry that there was more than enough evidence on the basis that there was this murder that had taken place, alleged murder that had taken place, that there was the alleged docking of the scene, and that that's defeating the ends of justice. And they're saying that also there was a leader in which, in this case, they are alleging that it's Major General Boysen. But of course, we are going to get more details, Michelle. However, this inquiry has highlighted that because of the evidence that has been brought before it, it's more than enough to be used by Advocate Endi Mutibi to be able to reopen these cases again, to make sure that these families get the justice that they deserve.
Nqobile Madlala is live to us there in Pretoria.